Hello, happy morning to all my class 10 guys. Wish you all a fantastic Friday. And today we are going to see about Iupac rules. So, what is Iupac rule? You have any idea about Iupac? So, what is I stands for? The I is international and U is a union of pure. P stands for pure and applied chemistry. Okay. So now in the last class we have been studying about the organic compounds. I gave introduction on organic compounds, what are the classifications, and then how the unique nature of the carbon compounds make it more reactive, versatile when it combines with other compounds. And we have been studying these carbon compounds for this 4 or 5 days in the live session, and today we are going to start. We are going to learn how to name a organic compound. Yeah. So there are certain rules. There are certain systematic methods, as I told you in my previous live sessions. If you see, this like that we cannot name an organic compound. There are some patterns which have been set by our scientists when they discover organic compound, when they found an organic compound. There should be some method. Yeah. So those methods are being in practice till now when you name an organic compound. Yeah. And this naming is very useful because when there is a certain rules, terms to name a organic compound, it will be universally accepted and it was used practically also. So now in this session we are going to concentrate on the naming the organic compound, how an organic compound can be named. So we are going to see namely 6 steps starting from step 1 till 6 steps are there to name an organic compound. So now the first step or the first rule in naming an organic compound is we have to identify the carbon chain. Okay, what is the parent carbon chain? So if you see this example, you can we can count the carbon chain first. So now this is the carbon 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So if you know the alkanes, what are alkanes? Alkanes are the hydrocarbons. So now in this example I have chosen one alkane only. So it is having carbon and also hydrogen. Okay, so now in this hydrocarbon, namely it is having 5 carbon atoms in it. So 5 carbon means, what is the naming? It is in Greek numerals. We will name it as pentane, isn't it? So now it is having the root chain or the root word is the carbon atom 5 are there. Okay, and if you take the hydrogen atom, how much are there in pentane? In pentane, how much carbon atom will be there? That is carbon C5 and H, starting from the methane, CH4, C2H6 and then C3H8, C4H10 and C5H12 should be there, in pentane. So now if you look at this hydrogen atom, 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 2 7, okay, 7 plus 2 8 9, 9 plus 3 12. Yes, so now it is having C5 and H12, so it belongs to the alkane pentane. So pent is the root word when you start. Okay, first you have to identify the carbon atoms, how much carbon atoms are there in the chain. Identify the longest chain of carbon atoms. This is the root word. First identification is root word. Okay, and second step, what is the rule 2? Okay, what we should do, we have to locate the numbers. That is, now I have given the numbers below the carbon atom, C1, C2, C3. So like that, numbering at the closest end of the functional group. What is functional group? We have already seen functional group, isn't it? Like alcohol, ketone, and then aldehyde, carboxylic acids, yes, ester, ether, like that. There will be some functional groups in the organic compounds. So now second step is we have to number the carbon atoms at the locant end of the functional group. So we have to find out where is the functional group in the carbon chain. So in this I have not given any functional group, but one substituent is there, no, one branch is there. So the branch nearer to that will be the first carbon. So now you have to number like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is having, in the second position it is having one methyl group, isn't it? So this is the second step. Okay, so based on the functional group or any other substituent is there, means you should locate the locant numbers closest end to that functional group or the substituent. That is the second step. Okay, now first step we found out the carbon atoms. Second step, the functional group is there, means nearer to the functional group or any other branch is there nearer to that, you should start the numbering. And the next third step, what is the third step? In the third step we have to see whether it is having a double or triple bond, like alkenes, like alkynes. Okay, alkenes means it will be having double bond, alkynes means it will be having triple bond. Okay, so now you have to find out whether the double bond alkenes or the triple bond alkynes are present in the chain, and you have to use that locant number followed by a dash in between. That is pent, I told you, no, yeah, pent, and you should write a dash, the number which carbon atom the triple or double bond is having, and then you have to say whether it is ene or ine. Okay, that is the third step. So look at this example. This example will show you where is the double bond and how should you name the suffix, primary suffix. Okay, so now here how many, so first between the this carbon and this carbon there is a double bond. Okay, so we have to start at which position the double bond is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now it is how many carbon it's having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So pent, and it is, we have to locate the number, the locant number at which position the double bond is there. Okay, if there are multiple bonds are there, means then the lowest number, the lowest carbon atom which is having the first double bond, you should locate that first. Okay, so now here it is only one double bond is there, so no problem, you can start the numbering here. So now write 1. So 5 carbon chain is there, so pent dash first carbon and second carbon having the double bond, so you have to mention the first carbon only, 1, then again a dash you have to write, and since it is having an double bond in it, it belongs to the ene group, ene family, not ane family. So if it is ane means there should be single bond. Since there is a double bond, it is ene family. Okay, so now pent 1 ene. So this is the third rule. Clear? So now so far we have seen 3 rules. First rule is identify the root carbon longest chain, and then second, any functional group was there, means based on that you have to name the locate the numbering, and if any double or triple bond is there, means based on that you should start the numbering. Okay, all this you have to have it in your mind when you name an organic compound. This is when you do the sums they may give, they will give one structure like this, and they will not give the numbering. They may ask you to find out the name and how will you locate the double bond here, and what is the type of compound it is. It is an unsaturated compound because it is having a double bond in it. Yes, so in the last session we have seen about the saturated and unsaturated compounds. If it is saturated means they will be having all the single bonds. If it is unsaturated means it will be having and double bond like this. That is, double bond means what? Sharing of 2 pair of electrons between the atoms. Understood? What is a bond? Chemical bond. Chemical bond is nothing but excuse me. Chemical bond means what? It is the sharing of electrons between 2 atoms. This carbon is going to give one electron, and this carbon is going to give one electron, and these two electrons only bond each other. That's a chemical bond. And double bond means it will be a pairing up. Two pair of electrons will be shared between these two carbon atoms. Yes. So if it is a double bond is there means it is known as unsaturated. A single bond is there means it is saturated. Okay. So this is the third rule. And then coming to the fourth rule, it's the fourth step. Fourth step is nothing but, I already told you, if there is a functional group is there means then locate the number by a dash and a secondary suffix should be used. Now in this example we are going to say the root word. How many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3. So it belongs to propane, alkane, propane. Okay. And where is the OH group is there? Alcohol. This OH means what? It is alcohol. Okay. So this alcohol, it is present to this carbon. So we have to number this carbon as 1. Clear? And then 2 and 3. So it is propane, and in the first carbon the alcohol is located, it is 1. So dash 1. And since it is propane group, no, it is propane group, it's propane, but in the first carbon, instead of the CH3 should be there, no, instead of that it has combined with one oxygen atom. So alcohol group is there. So in the first carbon it is OL is there. So alcohol means this OL should form the suffix. So this is the secondary suffix. Okay na? So this is about the step 4. Step 4 is any functional group are there, then you should mention that locant number by a dash and a number and the secondary suffix. So this is the propane 1 all. Clear? And the next step is rule 5. So this rule 5 is nothing but when the primary and the secondary suffixes are joined means then what happened? So here, as I told you, here this E is replaced by OL from the alcohol group since it is having the functional group OH. Understood? That's what the fifth step is telling. The terminal E of the primary and the primary suffix is, this is the primary. The primary suffix E is replaced, okay, by OL. This is primary suffix, okay, and this functional group will be the secondary suffix. Okay now, so this suffix is removed, so that I have given one more example also for that. Look at this. It is the 1, 2, 3 carbon propane group only, and OH again the same example only I have chosen here. That is in order to show the alcohol group is present, and so that this is the first carbon and the second carbon and the third carbon. So since it is a propane group, we have to write the root word prop plus ane, propane, no. In this, that E, no, it has been replaced by this alcohol suffix. There's a secondary suffix OL. So how do you name it? Propane 1 all. You have to replace this E because in the first carbon, the OH group, the functional group is being attached. So that propane 1 all. This is the fifth step. Okay. Next, what is the sixth one? The sixth is nothing but identify the substituent. So there is two functional group and substituents will be. The substituent means what? Like methyl, ethyl group. They will be there. Or any double bond or triple bond is there, that they are the they are the substituents, we can say, other than the functional group. Okay, so you identify the substituent, okay, and use a number with a dash and a prefix to specify its location. So you have to identify what substituent is there, and you have to use the number with respect to that, like a small hyphen in it, and then you have to add the prefix to its location to specify the location. Prefix means what? In front of the name. So look at this example. I have chosen this example. So what is the root word here? Root word, how many carbon are there? First 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon are there. Okay, and then what happened? which position the substituent is there? In this carbon it is there. So we have to take this carbon as the 1, C1, because nearer to that only the substituent is there. So you have to take 2 methyl, okay, second position it is having a methyl group, okay. So 2 methyl, it is having 5, that is how many carbon are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, but you have to take the rest 5 carbon only plus pent plus A and E, because there is no double bond here, so it belongs to alkane group only. So 2 methyl pent and so 2 methyl pentane. So like this, the numbering, the steps are given when you name an organic compound. It is given by the Iupac naming, Iupac rules. So International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry has given this naming. Okay, so these are the 5 steps. So can we again go to this 5 steps again, so that you will be understand better. So what is the first step? The first step, you have to identify the longest carbon atom. It is a root word. That is the first step. So I have given one example, pentane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 carbon atoms are there. So that's the first step, identifying the root word, that is longest carbon chain. Second step, numbering at the closest end of the functional group, that is locant number should be there. We should number. You have to see whether any functional group or any substituent is attached in the chain, okay, and the same chain only I have taken here, and then in this one methyl group is there in this position. So you have to start the numbering locant number from this carbon, okay. So start here with the number 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5. This is the second one, depending upon the position of the locant group, or that is position of the functional group or the substituent. And third rule is, any double or double bond are there, you have to identify. In this example, one double bond is there. So the root word is 5, but the double bond is between this carbon and this carbon. So you have to consider this carbon as 1. So you have to name it pent plus 1, that is dash 1. And since it is an unsaturated compound, because it's having a double bond, so 1 in pent dash 1 dash in, so it is an unsaturated compound. So this is the third step. And then the fourth step is, if there any functional group are there, means then you have to again fix the locant number with a dash and the secondary suffix. So you have to take this example. So I have given this example, that is propane. Propane means C3H8, okay. So in this 5, how many hydrogens were there? 5, 6, 7, 8, but in this 8th hydrogen atom, one oxygen is attached, so it is hydroxy group, alcohol group is there. So this you can name it as 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon means it is propane, and in the first carbon it is having a functional group. So in which side the functional group is attached? This side. So this carbon only will be numbered, will be given the locant number 1, okay. Now it is 1, and then it is alcohol group, no, in from the alcohol you should take the OL secondary suffix. So you had write propan 1 OL, instead of writing propane, E should be replaced by OL. That is the step 5, rule 5, okay. So when suffixes are joined, the terminal E of the primary suffix is removed, okay. So that E is removed, as I told you here, E is removed and OL is added. The primary suffix E is removed and it was added with the functional group, the secondary suffix OL is added. So propane 1 ol, this is the fifth step, that is fourth and fifth step, you can see. And then one more example also I have given for this fifth step. This is how this E is taken and how it is named propane 1 ol, okay. Next is rule 6. Rule 6 is, you have to identify the substituent. You have to identify the substituent and you have to use a number with dash and also a prefix to specify its location. So here, this is the one example I have given here, 2-methyl pent plus ane. Since it's not having any double bond in it, it is a saturated compound. So in having a methyl group in the second position, so it is 2-methyl pent plus 2 pent plus ane. So that is 2-methyl pentane. Okay, so hope you would have understood all the steps or the rules in Iupac naming. So if you like this video, you can even share among your friends and also your neighbors, those who are doing class 6. Okay children, we'll see you in the next topic and in the organic compounds in the live session. Okay, until then, take care and prepare well. When you are free itself, you can start preparing in chunks and you can take notes. When you take notes, it will be very easy for you to that is to retain that memory. We need not sit and take the book and read again and again. Once you write and practice everything in organic compounds in chemistry, not only in chemistry, in science, in all the other subjects, when you write and practice everything, it will be in your memory. You will be having long-term memory. Okay, you will not forget anything. So take notes and then practice taking notes, because you are going to write only in the examination. No oral examination is going to be conducted for you people. So if you write and practice, it will be in your memory forever, even when you complete your schooling. Okay, thank you children. Hope you understand all the concepts in today's class on Iupac naming of organic compounds. Okay, and please do subscribe my channel. This is my fancy artist channel for science, and other experiments have been posted in this. I keep on posting all the videos or in fancy artist channel related to science and experiments, and also worksheets, question are also available in my channel. Please do subscribe and share among your friends, so that you will be getting more informational videos in fancy artists. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.